this spot right here. I don't know what it is, but it's like, it's the perfect intro spot, I would say. Out of all places I could have begun today's video, this right here is the only spot I should. The sun rays, the wagon, the campfire, it's wonderful. Welcome back to the Minecraft Guide series. Good morning. My name is Wattles, episode 30, the big 3-0. It's a very high number, very crazy. So, beginning off today, we need to head over to the sheep farm. I have something that is not so cool that I need to show to you guys. So take a look. Notice anything? There are colored sheep in there, and that is because I think it is because of this. It's my suspicion that the dispensers have run out of shears. Aha. Almost. Okay, so we need to begin off today's episode with a little bit of farm maintenance. All of these dispensers in this farm should probably receive a brand new shiny set of shears so the farm can continue to work. I would want this thing to work after all, so let's go ahead and start off with that pretty easy fix. I think this is this one's fine. I think behind here is going to be the only way to really do this. I highly doubt that I would be able to access the dispensers from the front with the sheep everywhere, so that's why I'm doing it from the back, and yep, that is that. This farm has been running like a charm, by the way, other than our small little hiccup. I absolutely love this thing. The amount of wool that I get is kind of crazy, in my opinion, and yeah, this is just one of the most useful builds that we have in the world, I think. It is so useful that we are starting to run out of wool storage space, and I have an idea, like a storage silo of sorts, but we are definitely going to need to build a storage building very soon, and maybe that starter house. I guess I would still technically be homeless. Okay, so with that farm out of the way, we need to talk about farms that I like. I really like auto farms. Today's episode is a farm episode. We're building a new farm, and that farm would need to be automatic. That's the only way we can do things. I'd also like to, hopefully, fingers crossed, get some decent rates out of the sugarcane farm that we will be building. That is the plan for today. So, I think first we need to do a little bit of surveying and take a look at the land that we have and talk about where we could do this thing. So, I was thinking, and I think option 1 would be over here in this wall. It's a redstone build, so my big word of advice with the redstone builds, if you can remember, is bury the redstone, like I did with the sheep farm. Put your build in the wall, and you'll be good. So I could see this working over here, like we make this more of a cliff or something, and then do a bunch of sugarcane. Or I think there are hills over by the AFK fish farm that might work as well, but would be a little bit smaller. Like, I think right in here, we could pull some of these blocks out, a little bit of terraforming, and have a decent AFK, or a decent automatic sugarcane farm in here, but I don't know. This is a pretty small area. Like, we could totally just, dig straight, take all of this out, and do that. I'm kind of torn. Right? Like, I like the central location here more than I like the sitting on the water location. Yeah, because we could totally, like, turn this path and have it go over here through this tree to go over to the library. That'll be over there eventually. But do we like that? How long would that be? That would be 10 or so blocks. That's just probably not enough, because that would mean only 10 sugarcane plants. I think we should probably do it by the water, unfortunately. Like, we should go down here. There'll be a minecart on it anyway, so it'll be kind of noisy. So I guess this is the place to go. So we should start the build off by pulling some of the trees out and talking about what we did last episode. Aha, I did not forget. So, last episode, we worked on the skeleton spawner farm thing, finished it up, and it looks really good in my opinion, and it works even better, which is an amazing thing, and I am glad to have that project done other than what I want to do on the surface. Right now, the bubble columns just exit onto the grass, and I have an idea that could be really cool. It's just a matter of doing it, and yeah, so we'll get that done, but not right away. So now the terraforming. While the trees go away, what should we do? We could do if we were to put the sugarcane farm, because I want it flat, we could put it on this level, like this along here. So that means we pull the ground out like 3 blocks from there. That should be fine, and just make that straight. Yeah, that should work, and then we could do really from here all the way down, which is like 20 or so blocks, I think, which is really, really good. So pretty happy with the location. That means it's time to terraform this thing up a little bit, and then I think we're good to move on to the next part of the build. So, I think the best way to do this would be probably by example. Like, I'll build a part of the build, or one tile, if you will, and then we'll talk about expanding it, making it look nice, everything cool like that. So, for this build, we will be needing a piston. Well, I should say for one single tile. We'll need a piston, we'll need an observer, so there we go, some redstone dust, sand, sugarcane, and water. The only thing that I don't have on me right now is sugarcane, so just imagine. Now, I think what we need is this to come out a little bit, and we'll place a sand block, say, right in here, for example. Then, behind the sand and above this area, we need all of this clear. Like, we'll redo all of that. Now, down low, we'll place a temporary block. For now, we'll do stripped birch wood, like that. Then, on top of the birch wood, we need a piston. And then finally, we need to clear out more blocks and get behind the piston for some wiring. And when I say some, I mean one. We need a redstone dust right there, I think. Maybe. And then an observer. No. Looking out. So there. Now, when something grows in front of this observer, like pretend this dirt that I'm about to place is a sugarcane, that happens. The piston pushes out and harvests the sugarcane, and then we'll have glass right there, so the sugarcane will be thrown onto this block right here, and then we'll have a minecart hopper thing running back and forth under all of the sand. How do we do that? We'll have to plant the sugarcane on coarse dirt. Yep, so we plant the sugarcane on coarse dirt, minecart hopper underneath, picking everything up and dropping it into a chest, pretty much just like the sheep farm up there. So, yeah, well, really, now that I think about it, it is the sheep farm, but instead of a dispenser, we need a piston. Now, the only thing that I'm a little unsure about is how tiling this thing over and over again will work, but I think this time we should be good, due to quasi-connectivity, which is a big word, but basically if this block is powered, the piston in front of it will get powered as well, and yeah, that should all work. It should be good, fingers crossed. So we're just gonna have to go ahead and push ahead with the build and hope it's good, and if there are any issues, I'll come back in and change things up, and it'll still be good. Now, in terms of blocks that I'd like to use, I definitely would like to use some birch wood on the build, maybe even some lime wool. We have a lot of the stuff, and glass, clear glass, I think, on the front. Maybe lime glass as well, but I think just clear glass would look really nice in here. And we'll go from this spot right here, so we'll put a tile on the other side of this thing that I have there, all the way down, still going down to like here. Like, I want a big farm. So, while I run around gather materials for the project, let's talk about sugarcane and what it's used for. Sugarcane is used for crafting paper and sugar. Sugar can be used in pumpkin pie and definitely other recipes and maybe some potions. I'm not 100% sure. Paper can be used for making books, maps, and the big thing, late game, rockets. So you want a lot of sugarcane or paper, if possible. So that is why I am making this thing 21 blocks long. I counted it, it's 21. That's a lot. So on a full harvest, if all of the sugarcane were to grow up at exactly the same moment, we would receive 42 sugarcane from this farm. It won't harvest all at the same time normally, but yeah, but if we want to make, say, a pumpkin pie factory, we need sugarcane. If we want to make a lot of bookcases, which we do, we need sugarcane. If we want to make a map wall, sugarcane. So that's really why you would want to build one of these things in your world. I definitely recommend it. Sugarcane is just a good thing to have a lot of. So that's sugarcane. That's really what it's used for, and that is also why we are building it here today. So, Wandering Trader, what do you have for sale? What do you... Nothing's cutting it, man. You are in the way, though, you know. You're gonna have to go, dude. Yeah, if he could just kindly exit the area. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so observers. We need 20 more observers. That's a lot, but we're good. We have plenty of nether quartz. It's just cobblestone. Cobblestone is what I oddly don't have a lot of up here on the surface. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that, but that's okay. How should we get these in? This will be tricky. I don't know what to do. We could make a walkway back here, I guess, right? We don't really need one, but we could. We might as well, I guess. For access, I could say, but it's really so I can place these. We'll pretend this is an access hallway. We'll leave it here and we'll light it up. I definitely won't decorate it though. It's not going to look very pretty. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll move my wiring onto something a little nicer though, just in case I'm digging around the farm and I don't want to mess with the wiring, so we'll do that. We'll put this on like stone bricks so I know. So after the observers comes, wait for it, lots of pistons. We need a grand total of 20 pistons as well. So, boom, 20 pistons, all facing out right here. Now, there are other ways to build sugarcane farms. There are actually a lot of ways to build sugarcane farms, but this is probably the easiest way to do it relatively early on. We're in episode 30 now, so I wouldn't say we're early in the world, but we still don't have a slime farm, and we can't use sticky pistons, so this is probably the way to go if you don't have sticky pistons. Like myself, unfortunately, we really need to get on a slime farm. That's a big project, but at this point, it's a necessary one for sure. So now, coarse dirt. I love to plant sugarcane on sand. I think it looks the best, but we need a minecart rail underneath here, and oh, we need water too. Water, by the way. Water is in all of these spots here, so that means I should probably put stone bricks underneath the water. Again, so I know, like, where the water is when I put the minecart thing in. But yeah, you need sugarcane water next to sugarcane. Don't forget about that. I would have finished the whole build and then said, oh, I can't place anything here. Yeah. So the water goes in there and then over right next to it and all the way along this thing. You technically don't need water sources. You could have flowing water. That'll work fine, but I will be going with water sources. I think it'll look nicer, so yep, that is the plan. like that, and then all of this goes in here. Now, yeah, like I was saying, I like to plant sugarcane on sand, but sand just, it's not an option, unfortunately. So, coarse dirt will have to do. It's a little prettier than normal dirt, so that's fine. Now, where did you go, sir? Did you really? You really did. You really did that, man. Oh boy. Getting me real tempted, Mr. Mushroom Man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, the minecart line, so that means we need a hopper in here. So hopper, and then we'll need a chest, and then we'll need another hopper minecart, but we need to find the middle. I need 7 in from one side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11. It's 21. So that's the middle, which means hopper goes down there, and it will go right into a chest, of course, so we can pick up all of our valuable loot. So let's see, hopper, and then we can just place that back. And then the minecart system rail line thing. So we need a powered rail on either end, and then I'd like to place a powered rail or two in the middle as well, just to speed this whole thing up so the cart always moves back and forth. And, you know, maybe, again, we should just make a habit out of putting redstone-y things on, like, stone bricks or something, so if we ever happen to renovate things, which you never know. You might. I might. We don't dig up things that we don't want dug up. So I'll go out of my way and do that. Make sure it looks all good and fancy. Technically, we probably don't need all of these powered rails in here, but if I made them, how I see it is I might as well use them. So tons of powered rails, and then finally powering them, which is really easy. Just redstone torches. We'll just place them down right next to it, and we'll fix the land in a minute. This will all change. I think we might as well do that today. So now this is where we collect everything. I should probably go ahead and surround this with stone brick as well. And let's do this. Let's do a subtle little detail. We'll do lime wool underneath it, and just because we can, underneath the hopper as well. We'll be able to see the hopper one, so I think that's a good idea. Then the rest of this can just be stone brick going up to the surface of whatever pathway that we do, and then like a ladder or something. I know we can see the minecart, or we'll be able to, but that's fine. I'm not really concerned about it. Everything will work just fine. So now, minecart. There we go, and make it into a hopper minecart. And go. So now this will go back and forth forever. Perfect. I did it right this time. Now we need the sugarcane in here, and to decorate up this whole farm and make sure the sugarcane stays in here when it grows. So sugarcane all the way along this thing. We might want light in here. We don't really have a lot of lighting options though, so for now we'll probably skip the light and come back later. But I know I want this on either side. Green wool going up, like that, and then same thing over here. And then I think on the ceiling of this build, we should do like the stripped birch wood again to kind of bring it up from down there. And then this birch wood will get replaced, or some of it will get replaced with lighting eventually to make sure the stuff grows. I think lighting helps it. I'm not too sure on that. Don't mark my words, but you know, you can't go wrong, right? Like, it's just light. You can put it there. It won't hurt anything, you know? Alright, so that's in. We'll probably need to double this up in some way, because we will have glass on the front of this build. So, the glass will be like this. 1, 2, 3. Just clear glass all the way along the front. So that means we need something under the glass, on the side of the glass, and above the glass to fully encase the build. Above the glass, I think we could try maybe birch staircases. That might look kind of nice, and it would definitely blend in with what we have behind the thing. So if we did staircases along the top, we could maybe do birch wood, just slabs or something along the bottom. That would look fine. Then maybe on the sides we could just do even more green wool. I am actually not too sure about that. Maybe we do oak wood. Oak wood always looks nice and it's strong looking, so maybe a little bit of oak wood on either side, encasing the glass. And then we need something to walk on. I think it's time for a boardwalk, guys. Down here should be, we're pretty close to the water, so, I think I should make some sort of wooden walking area. And we could do that with maybe a little bit more oak wood logs, right, for the support beams somewhere in here. And then, like, a mixture maybe of spruce wood and such on the ground. Let's see, this would be 3 wide for walking. Is that enough? I think 3 wide would be enough. And then we'll do like a staircase right there. I think 3 wide should be fine. I don't want it too wide. Maybe we should just go with 3 wide, and if it doesn't work, we'll change it. So a 3 wide path in here, but I am definitely going to need to farm up wood now. So that means it's time for me to do that part of the project where we just switch over to some buildy stuff, and I come back and it looks a little fancier. So I definitely want a beam in the middle, right here in the center. And below here, by the way, I'll probably terraform all of this land out to get the water coming up over to this. I think that would be cool looking. And yeah, then it's just a matter of figuring out how I can space my beams. So you know what? Maybe I don't even need a beam here. We could do 5. 5 is fine, right? That's 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So yep, time to work on the project just a little bit. I'll come back when we have something to show. Okay, so, this is what's happening. We have the boardwalk down here. I'm stripping all of these logs, so we have a simple but textured walking area. I think that's perfect. I did go ahead and, of course, I had to do it to you. Some arches in there behind me. I think that looks cool. Maybe I could come back in and do, I don't know, like a staircase there and like a torch on it, or a lantern. I kind of like that idea, so we'll go ahead and do that. I didn't get this other arch in over here quite yet because it's just going to be different. I don't know if we actually need an arch in there. I do need to pull the stone out, though. I don't really like the idea of stone showing through here. I want this to look like a natural hill, right? Like not a really terraformed thing. So yeah, something like that. And then definitely some fences on here, probably oak, maybe dark oak. That could look cool as well. And then eventually, who knows, like a staircase, a ladder, something over here. I don't know. For now, I'll probably just do a fence to cut it off. But yeah, this thing did harvest one time. So this is what we have, 19, which is pretty good if you ask me. But I haven't put the glass on, and I have a new idea for the top. So on the top of the sheep farm, like way up there, we did a banner wool thing, and I really liked that idea, actually. So I think we could copy it, but do it smaller this time. So maybe it just hangs there like that. I don't know, because, it will get in the way of walking a little bit. Like, it'll be short in here. Maybe we do it like 3. I just don't know. I think that could look really, really nice. Like, do that, and then like a green stripe, and then maybe another white one, something like that. I just don't know if that would be too short. I don't think it will be, though. And then I could do some beams connecting up to here, like fences, or just fences coming down randomly, something like that. I don't know. It's short, but I think it could be cool. So I think we'll try that out. And then over here, I figured it's oh, that's a big tree. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Let's just get these out of here. I figured I'll go ahead and pretty much copy the beam thing and finish up this area. So the vision, or my idea, changed a little bit, but I'm thinking like a walking area over here along the wall, and then maybe just some plants, like I make a planter area in here with maybe podzol, but probably like coarse dirt, and flowers and bushes and stuff. I can probably leave the tree there, but also actually probably not. It's sort of obstructing everything. So tree will unfortunately have to go. But yeah, I figured I would just kind of copy this up here, or in some fashion. I don't know, because this isn't really a boardwalk. So maybe we just do the normal path design coming through here and wrapping up. I don't know. Eventually we'll connect a bridge over to there somehow. But yep, so that's where I'm at with the build, what I'm thinking. I just really need to experiment with this. I don't think it's too low, but I just need to figure it out. I definitely will, if I do this, have to move the staircase back a little bit, though. So it can actually come up and down, which isn't a problem. I can easily push that back. So that's the build. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking. And that is, I think, everything I need to mention right now. Oh, and yeah, on the bottom, I still am thinking, like, birch in here, I think, to create the border of this. I think it's fine, because we have the glass above it. So, yep, that's the whole build, I think. So, I will be back with you again shortly. Okay, guys, I think it's time. I think it's definitely well overdue, long overdue, that we try a different path to design. Here's the idea. This area is a lot more structured, formal, fancy, cool, any of those things. So let's go for a city path instead. So that means stone, I think andesite, and light gray concrete powder. We'll start with the concrete powder. Just kind of mix it in here randomly. Then a little bit of andesite, just sprinkled in here. And then finally, stone. Can we just throw this all in there, and will that look okay? The light gray concrete powder really stands out. Like a lot. Like a lot. Maybe this has to go. Maybe the light gray is just not the way. It's not matching. The stone and andesite go well together. What about cobblestone? We could do cobblestone and get some mossy stone in there on the paths as well. That might look okay. I just know I want more of a structured city path in here. I think it's okay, and then we get plants all around it. Yeah, let's do andesite, cobblestone, and stone brick, and then maybe some mossy cobblestone in here as well. That will be the new city path. So that means eventually I'll do it up this hill, and maybe even like up here as well, because this is more of a city area. I don't know about all of it though. Like maybe, I don't know. All I know is I am a little tired of the dirt and everything path, so we'll do this. I think this will be cool. Okay, well, we are on the final step of this whole project here. The final step is decorating. We need lots of nice, colorful, cool things over in the garden area that I'm creating, and we'll also need I think a lectern. So do I have any books? I do. Where are they? Here they are. We'll need a lectern. We need a bookcase for a lectern. And I think we need slabs for one. Yeah, like that. That's an interesting recipe. But there we go. We'll need this. We'll need a feather and a book as well. So this path has come in pretty nicely. I do need to go on this side, I think, and get some coarse dirt in, but these are kind of in the way, and I don't really want to risk ruining those, so we'll go with tons and tons of berry bushes in here. I think that could look cool. I did pull out that beautiful tree, unfortunately. Then we could do rose bushes, and we could also do lilacs, so we'll get a lot of color in here, and then leaves too. We'll come in with leaves, but first we need to spread these around. I don't want too many though. Too much color can be a problem when you're building, actually. Like, if you overload things with flowers, I don't know, it just runs the risk of looking like a little too much. So maybe just 4 there is fine, and then we can put these extra lilacs like over here for now. I did go ahead and terraform like a huge amount of this hill. Extra roses can go over there. I just don't want too many. Maybe 1 there, and then say over there, and then finally here. Then the leaves, so we'll do spruce leaves this time, just making a cool garden. Completely randomized, of course. Then how about a little bit of oak leaves? More different bushes, right? And then after all of these, we need to take some bone meal and just grow the grass up. Red flowers are fine. If I get any yellow flowers, I'll pull them out of here, I think. But I think something like this would look good in here and sort of fill up this area, make it look a lot more finished. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I definitely need some lighting in there, but that's good. Now lighting is really easy. This time around, we have no torches. Remember. So we can just place lanterns kind of randomly, I think, in here on the ground. And then I'll have to make a little bit more. This is definitely not enough to light this whole area up, I think. And I need some lanterns down low as well. I did go ahead and customize this tree as well. I love this tree. I think it looks really good there, so that will live there. But down here, this is what's happening now. We have these beams in. They are a little obstructive, but it's okay. Over by the chest, I have a trapdoor there, so I could cover it if I want, but the trapdoor actually acts as a bit of a barrier for the sugarcane, and then this will be, I guess, just for excess sugarcane. I have a feeling this thing will fill up eventually. It's, I guess, just a matter of time, but yeah, so I need a lot more lanterns down here, and then we are actually done with the boardwalk, so I think we need a view. Let's go take a look and see what it looks like from over here. Oh yeah. By the way, I did leave this in. I just raised it up 1 block, so we get a little bit more room, but I think that whole area over there looks really, really nice now. I like it a lot, and we'll decorate all of this. This will probably just be a big garden or something, but I'm really happy with how that ended up. What does it look like from this side? Here? Oh, yeah. I love it. I need lanterns down low, though. I did forget about that. So let's go ahead and get those in. Oh, and this door is the access door back into the machine itself if we ever need to, or if I wanted to like double it up or anything cool like that. But I think overall this project is just about done, for now at least. This needs to go up there, but that's good. So the lectern, let's talk about that. So the lectern, take a look at this. This is the way we will run things. Episode 25. Ronald L., the sheep farm thing. So these are the comments of the day. Today, we are on episode 30, and the comment is from No RB. The comment exactly, that's how I'll be putting them in here, was, "What's your intro, please?" My intro, the intro song is Lottery. I forget who made it. But it's in the YouTube Creator Studio, and then the other one is Scarlet Fire, and it's also in their YouTube Creator Studio. I get all my music and my episodes from there. It's just the safe way to do things, you know, with all of the bad stuff that happens on YouTube, like the Mumbo stuff from the other week, which was really, really sad. I'm glad I think he got it cleared up, but yep, that is the intro song and the outro, or not the outro, the 2 intro songs that I use. I always see questions about those. So, yep, there you go. That's what they are and where you can find them. And, yep, they're free for everyone. So, check them out. I'd like to give a little mention to Grade 1. Thank you, Grade, for your support, as always. And thank you all for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And what do you think? Tell me what you think with what we did down below. And I'm probably going to go AFK fish now, so go have a good day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.